Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for The Real Housewives of Dubai, Season 1, Episode 4. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. And if you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, y'all, let's get into it if we're going to get into it. When the episode first opens up, Stanbury and this idiot she's with, they go to take a look at the house that they're building. The place looks like it's going to be grand, but, you know, as I get older, I just realize I do not want over the top. Okay? I used to want over the top. Now I'll take me a little mini mansion, honey. Nothing too big. But I just want something just big enough that when my son goes off to college, I'm not going to be lonely in this big old house all by myself. But anyway, they're looking at the house and whatnot, child. Nothing to see here. Moving forward. So they're standing there and they start talking about her having a baby. She wants to use a surrogate. And he's like, no, I want the baby to look like us. The fact that he doesn't understand how surrogacy works further lets me know that there's no need for you to be in a relationship with this baby. Like, this is giving foolery. She's like, look, I'm 45. And my thing is this is why you should have left him on the playground. He doesn't know what's happening, confused at all times, and you have to explain things to him that he should already know. She was like, I feel like if I don't have the baby, he won't stay. Shouldn't you have had that conversation with him before y'all married? Because what you gonna do about it now? What kind of relationship is this? Child, this is a fool. In the next scene, Brooks goes to meet with the realtor at some spaces she wants to look at for her spa. She wants to open up a spa and salon that's all inclusive. You know, as a black woman, she said her hair and her skin, they require different things, and they do. And it's really hard to find those things internationally. So the fact that she's doing this, I'm all for that. She said her spa is going to include everyone. So then she looks at one spot. It wasn't going to be done in time because it was going to be 6 extra months. She doesn't want to wait. So then they go to the next spot and she fell in love with it. So the producer asked, well, what if you fail? She said, fail? Honey, I don't fail. She said, after my divorce, I became a self-made millionaire, so I will not fail. I know that's right, baby. Now, this is the Brooks that I can relate to. I'm the same exact way, honey. Don't speak no negativity over me. As a matter of fact, don't even ask me none of them stupid questions. Will I fail? Well, baby, what if I fly? I know that's right. I'm going to make it happen no matter what. In the next scene, Nina stops by her husband's office and she tells him that she invited all the girls to Bajan's party. And she said, you know, a typical event like that costs 6 figures. In this climate, I definitely wouldn't even think about spending that much money. But I mean, I'll just live vicariously through her and whatnot. So they start talking about her Rolls Royce and her getting a license plate, right? So she has a Bentley. She's going to be upgraded to a Rolls Royce for their 11th anniversary. So apparently, the lower the number, the more prestigious a plate. One plate sold for $33 million. Let me tell y'all something. I'm about to start a license plate business down in Dubai. If y'all don't see these reviews, it's because I'm rich, honey. I'm a real big timer. That is insane. The plate on my car right now is currently bent. So, honey, it probably wouldn't sell for 50 cents. The fact that y'all are down there selling these plates for such a high amount, honey, how is that possible? In the next scene, Lesa is in her office / jungle gym, honey, because these boys are all over the place. Do you hear me? Climbing on walls, climbing down the side of things, having the laptop tipping over. She cannot get anything done. So she's asking where the dad is. And they're like, he's not going to come because he's doing important business. She's like, so you don't think mommy's business is important? And they're like, no. What? Oh, no, ma'am, honey. They were like, you know, daddy gets money. So then she said, well, mommy's business makes lots of money as well. And so she calls to ask how much money that they made last year. Lesa, I'm going to need you to know off the dome. Honey, I made $17.2 million selling my maternity wear. Now, I know she didn't make that amount, but I'm just saying, honey, you need to come off the dome. And you also need to let your little handsome boys know, listen, mommy's job is important as well. Mommy makes money and does things for the family as well, not just daddy. Like, you have to really make sure that you tell them that so that they can make sure that they understand that you are equally as important. But anywho, she said she made Rich the CFO of Mina Rowe because that's what he does in his other companies. She said he's the number one financier in UAE. Well, let's get into it. So they start talking about how great things are going and how, things are almost selling out. And she's talking to him, right, about business, but he's distracted. She's like, well, let me make it quick. Okay, so you can get back to work. I need you to sign off on the non-maternity pieces, and that's what I need you to do. So then he goes, well, send me the numbers. She said, no, I'm just going to make the executive decision to go ahead and start production. So child, he tried to put up a mini fight, but he was really just playing, but baby, she gave him that look. And he knew she was not one of them, honey. He knew the Jamaican was about to come out real quick. He's like, oh, okay, well, just do it. I trust you. I know you do. I personally would never mix my marriage with my business because I don't want things to get, things can get messy. And I don't want my marriage falling apart because we fighting about the business, honey, because that's something totally separate. But she got him all the way together with just a look. I love the way that they communicated with each other, and all's well that ends well. In the next scene, Ayan and her husband, they're going for a walk. This was my favorite scene. So they're talking about her son, Taj, and she's like, yeah, I told him I was going to college with him. Ma'am, you cannot go to college with your son. I understand. Trust me, I do. But go ahead and let him live his life, and you go ahead and live your life with your husband. So Ayan tells us when she met Chris, she was supposed to marry her cousin. Excuse me? I said, what now? She's like, yeah, my cousin was hot, so no problem there. But I wanted Chris. Girl, oh no, man, honey. I don't even look at my cousins like that, child. Absolutely not. She was like, yeah, I ran away 3 weeks before my wedding, and that is unheard of. No one has ever done anything like that. Well, child, leave it up to Ayan to be the one to do it. She said her mom was very embarrassed because they don't date outside of their race. And I was wondering that. I'm glad she brought that up, but baby, it gets better. So they started talking about when they first met, and he wanted to know why she wouldn't kiss him. She was like, yeah, but then remember I showed you my boobs the next day? Okay, I ain't gonna put my mouth on you, but I'll show you my tig old bitties. Oh, Lord, Ayan is something else, child. Period. Dot. Moving forward. So she said her mom told her, don't kiss because you may get AIDS. Okay. Mom, that was the scare tactic to end all scare tactics. And it's really crazy because the things that our parents tell us in order to instill fear so that we won't do something is sometimes outlandish. Like this right here. That is nuts. So then she tells us that Chris paid her dowry. And in their culture, there's nothing free. There's no such thing as a free ride, honey. You got to pay to play. So Chris paid $1,000 for her. But she said that was like 20 years ago. Now it's probably $20 million. Wow. Marrying cousins, paying dowries. This is so layered. Oh, this is crazy. She said now her mom loves her husband and trying to figure out what is he doing with her. So as they're enjoying a little ice cream, she gets an invite from Nina. Let me tell you something. Y'all know what I noticed? The look of excitement on her face further lets me know how kind of a heart she really has. And she was really upset and felt left out by not being invited to that hen party. She just wants to be included. Because when I tell y'all she lit up, she was like, now this is the way to end a date. I was like, oh, all of that for an invitation? I don't know. Maybe it's just me, honey, but it really touched me how appreciative she was to be invited. In the next scene, Brooke is getting her hair done and she's having a talk with her son about a bully. And he's dealing with that and she's having a talk with him. Listen, I'm not about to play with my kids, okay? But with my kid. At my son's school, I will not tolerate bullies. I will be up there. We will be having a town hall meeting, honey, everything. The news media, honey, I'm not going to tolerate bullies. I'm not about to do that. I appreciate her having an open dialogue with him so he feels safe enough to talk to her about what's going on. Because oftentimes kids just keep things to themselves and you don't even know they're being bullied until something tragic happens. So the fact that she's asking him, are you okay? What's going on at school? Is the bully still bothering you? Those are things and conversations that we need to have with our children. And I appreciated that. Brooke's all right this episode. Okay, she ain't getting on my nerves. Moving forward. In the next scene, Caroline and Sarah, they go for lunch. Caroline, you're a runner, you're a track star. Honey, you got that track shining through. I see your true track shining through. While you worried about Ayan and Lesa and being one of them, you might want to ask one of them how to keep your track from showing. That's just a side note. But what I was wondering when Sarah walked in is, what is the temperature in Dubai? Sarah got on a full-on turtleneck, okay? And she has her arms out. So I'm just a little bit confused. So they order drinks, and Sarah doesn't drink alcohol. She said the reason why she doesn't is because she accidentally did one time, and it was coming out of both ends, okay? From the rooter to the tutor. So she was like, I will not be doing any alcohol ever again. I understand that. Now, me personally, I don't do it because I need to be 100% coherent and I need to have control over what's happening in the situation. But I understand you, Sarah. So they start talking about her having a baby, and Sarah is talking about how her ex didn't accept her son. And see, that is the reason why I will be single, and it will just be me and my son until he graduates from high school. Child, I will end up behind bars if anybody even thinks about doing something to my baby. And I do mean even thinks about it. So then Sarah brings up the fashion show, and she's like, why weren't you there? So Stanbury was like, I just don't want to be around anything toxic. And basically saying it was because of Ayan. She was like, I have no problem with Lesa. I like her. We get along fine. Right? If you don't like anything toxic, well, then you shouldn't be with that imbecile that you're with. And don't think we didn't see those tweets. Moving forward. Just say Ayan has you shook. It's the night of Bijan's party. And can I just say this? I want an invite next year. The ambiance, the color scheme, the vibe. That's a vibe. When I tell y'all this was everything to me, I want to be in the mix. I was looking at this like, I have got to go to Dubai and find myself in this circle somehow. Child, can y'all just imagine? Let me see what my tagline would be. I'm here now, so let's get into it if we gon' get into it. I'm just saying. Child, that's just a rough draft. So then Brooks arrived, and then in strolls Stanbury. Girl, I hope you got that track covered up tonight. So Ayan was like, all I wanted was a fun night out, and then here goes the bit. When I tell y'all I hollered when she said that in that confessional, because she be so serious. I think that's what's really funny. And the way that Bob was bobbing, and it was going back and forth and back, and it was shaking, honey. It was shaking, bouncing, and behaving. And she looked over and said, I just wanted to have a fun night. And here comes the bit. When she said that, I hollered. I said, baby, she gonna give me one each and every episode. And so when she came in, they at least greeted each other. Ayan was being very cordial. So her man is over there chatting it up with Ayan, right? And in my mind, I'm thinking, child, now he chit-chatting with Ayan. Don't he know that his wife does not like Ayan? But I do appreciate how he was being inclusive and whatnot, but still. So Stanbury and Lesa, they started talking about the fashion show. And Lesa is calling her out. I know that's right about why she didn't come. So Stanbury was like, I just feel like you back Ayan blindly. Lesa's like, that's my friend. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Lesa, let me just give you your flowers. Never in the history of a Housewives show that I can remember has any housewife just come out and said, that's my friend. Okay? I'm defending her because she's my friend. And if you don't like it, tough. I know that's right. So while they're talking, Sergio is talking to Ayan. So Lesa loses her phone, and Ayan goes to look for it, because at first Lesa was about to get up, and so Ayan was like, no, I'll go and find it for you. She's such a good friend. So when she leaves, Caroline is like, yeah, my husband is like a little bitch. He's like a little girl. He's one of them. What the hell does that mean? What does one of them mean when he's talking to the two black women? He's one of them. Listen, lady, right now, I'm about done with Bravo, and whatever you talking about is about to piss me off. Do not play with me, okay? This ain't Ladies of London. You came over here thinking you were about to be the HBIC, but you see that it's the Lesa and Ayan show, and you can't stomach it. You can't stand it. So now all of a sudden, oh, my husband is one of them? Oh, okay. All these microaggressions, Bravo is steady throwing the racist right in our faces. It's starting to piss me off. Okay, it's starting to get to the point where I don't want to review any show or anything on Bravo. Just completely be done with y'all altogether. Caroline, don't piss me off. Don't do it. So Lesa is like, oh, we're fabulous. So I would want to be over here too. So she grabs his hand. So Caroline goes, I hope she sucks your tonight. Ma'am, please stop it. Lesa, Honey, I don't know how you're sitting across from her and not going completely off, but it's almost like that's probably what she wants you to do. She wants you to be one of them, but you are not one of those. But it couldn't be me, because I am one of them. I'm just saying. So what I'm seeing is you're up in arms over nothing. It's giving threatened, okay? It's giving threatened by beautiful women. That's what it's giving me. So in the confessional, Lisa's like, no, I'm not the one, because if I were the one, then he would never come home. You better speak your speech. So when Ayan comes back, Lesa tells, Ayan what Caroline said. And Ayan is pissed. She's like, I'm really trying to be nice. Like, I came here. I'm trying to be nice. I'm smiling. I don't understand what this lady's problem is with me. So then Caroline comes back to the table, right? And immediately starts lying. So as she's explaining it to her, Ayan says something to Stanbury. And she goes, I never said them. You definitely said them. Lesa was like, yes, you did. And I told you me and her are not the same people. Don't group us together. So Lesa said, okay, so exactly what did you say? This lady gonna say, yeah, I was saying that I think that it's very nice of you. The weather is nice. Man, what the hell are you talking about? How on earth are you going to give a totally different speech? So you are sitting directly in front of Lesa, not only gaslighting her, but bold-faced lying. So they run the tape back so that the lie can be unfolded one time for the one time. Ma'am, you said it. So Sarah finally arrives and she's trying to figure out what's happening. She's speaking to everyone. So Sergio gets Caroline and he walks away. So Lesa is trying to explain to the ladies what was being said. And she was like, she wants to come here and think she's the HBIC. I'll buy your life. Shout out to TikTok. Not you gonna buy her life, child. You better let her know. So Ayan tells her, look, I don't have a problem with you. Like, I'm a very good person. Oh, Lord. I don't know if this is what the housewives are saying this season or what's happening, but I really do believe that Ayan is a good person. So we gonna go with it. Ayan says she's a good person, and she's like, I don't understand why you don't like me. And so then Stanbury said, her saying her last name came off aggressive. Oh, okay. She's aggressive. She's one of them. Okay, I'm finna get real upset. I'm really about to get mad. Bravo. Stop playing in our face. And Andy, you went right over there to watch what happens live and act like nothing happened. I can't stand you either. Because quiet as it's kept, all of y'all are low-key not for us. I'm just saying. So anyway, now how is her calling you by your last name aggressive? Listen to me. Lesa clearly stated that they agreed that they will call Caroline Brooks and Caroline Stanbury by their last names because they're both named Caroline. So now you get on here and flip the script and then you're acting like Ayan is being aggressive. Why is she deemed aggressive? Oh, because she's black, right? She's a black woman, so she's aggressive. She's one of them. Okay, that done pissed me off. Child, let me hear in this review before I get real mad. So anyway, Ayan was like, I really want to build a relationship with you. So they're all like, do it, do it, do it. So they make the two of them hug. Nope. Nope, absolutely not. Don't trust her. That lady does not like you. You will definitely be talked about behind your back. And as soon as she get in that car, she gonna cuss Sergio all the way the hell out. And the next time you see her, it will be as if none of this ever happened. She will look at you with the side eye and it will always be a problem. Absolutely not. We don't need to try to fit into their spaces. Honey, if she don't want to be bothered, then don't bother her. I'm just saying. Lesa is like, well, I'm happy they're good now, but she's definitely on my list. She's officially on my list. Well, Lesa, let me tell you something. I'm going to need you to pipe up and speak your speech directly in Stanbury's face. Okay? I don't want you to be another Kyle being a confessional gangster. Say it to her face. Say it and mean it. Okay, we got your back. And that was the end of the episode. Child, ooh, this woman really pissed me off at the end of this episode, y'all. It was hard to contain myself, and I watched this episode twice to make sure that I did not miss a microaggression. Y'all tell me exactly how y'all felt about this episode. Please do not hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.